Hey, Dr. Trash here, and today we're gonna do my year in review 2017. At Christmas I got my new PC, and therefore I had to install League of Legends new, and since the client takes so long to patch, I was sitting in my chair and thinking what should I do with the time, and I was like, yeah, why not record my year in review? And it seems a bit similar, so the year in review stuff, it seems a bit similar to the Facebook year review bullshit, but this one actually catched my attention and looked interesting, so yeah, I thought why not show you my stats and go over them. I know this video is not that informative, but still maybe some of you want to compare their stats to my stats, and that's why I do this video. So first things first, and we're gonna start with the timeline, and yeah, I actually got placed in Bronze 5. I mean, in Season 6 and partially Season 5 I took a break of League of Legends and therefore probably got placed in Bronze 5, but still I got 6 wins out of 10 games and still got placed in the lowest tier possible, so what's the point of those placement matches? I actually tried to climb though, but I only went to Bronze 2, and I get if you unsubscribe now because it's a real shame. But first of all, I quit ranked games after a while because I didn't see the fun in it when I grind the whole year and just get confronted with anger and toxicity. So yeah, from that point on I mainly played normals with friends, which was just so much more fun for me. But let's move on in the timeline, and the next thing I want to mention is Ornn. So as you can see, I have a win rate below 15% on him, which is just as embarrassing as being placed in Bronze 5. But I mean, he actually sucked ass when he got released, and I even wanted to make a video about him where I talk about his epitome of clunkiness, but Riot just gave him a buff after buff, and now he's extremely tilting to play against. And yeah, he went from meme to dream, I would say, and that's why I threw the concept away, because I didn't want to make a video about a champ that is actually OP and say that he's like real bad. But if we're talking about my below 15% win rate with Ornn, I also should talk about my nearly 70% win rate with Xin after his rework. So I actually never played him before his rework, but as I saw the trailer I was like, yeah, that design looks dope. So I played him and this pretty good if I say so myself, but I mean he's also not that hard to play and pretty OP as shit, so yeah, it's not that great to have such a high win rate. I won't go over this nice game for honor bullshit because I think it's really not interesting, and I also won't go over these stats because I personally think that those stats are overrated. I mean, I have like no references, so I can't tell if they're good or bad, and to really get influenced by a playstyle, I mean, as a support of course your ward score will be higher and so on, but yeah, you can pause the video if you're interested in my stats. Those multi-kill stats though are actually pretty cool. I've never had a Panther before, and they were like with Xin Zhao was like the second one, and the first one was with Lucian, I think. And apart from that I also got 4 Quadros, which is fine, and a bunch of triple and double kills. Okay, this honored shit is boring again, and we're gonna get to my favorite champs. So actually not my favorite ones, but those who have played the most this season. So we have Shaco, who mainly played in rank when he was like secretly OP back then, and Alistar. And I know this win rate is real bad, but I also played him most of the time with AP, and I hope that excuses this a bit. And last but not least, Ezreal, which I also played a lot of him, because he's like a real fun champ, but I played him before he was like meta in the jungle, and I think it was like in April or something like that. Also, I'm not gonna go over those notable achievements because it's actually not that notable. I mean, I think that the only thing that stands out here is the Xin win rate, and I also talked about that already. But we're gonna move on to best and worst, and that's pretty interesting. So I died almost 100 times to Veigar, cause he's just a bullshit champ with his cage that if it hits you it's just an auto kill, and his extremely skillful ultimate that has actually a lot of counterplay. The champion I killed most was Morgana, no idea why, and my worst win rate was against Soraka. Like 70% losing rate is like insane, and I never thought, of course she's like annoying, but I never thought that she's like that bad to play against. But I mean, I also got a 90% win rate against Quinn, which I also have no clue why this is or where this comes from, but I mean, I take it. Okay, my favorite positions were bot and jungle. Yeah, I always was like that jungle main, but this season I tried to expand to being an ADC, and it worked out mediocre, so I mainly played Ezreal, Sivir and Triss, and lately a lot of Jhin in the bot lane. But yeah, I'm not that good because like mechanically I'm too bad to be a good AD carry. And in the jungle position I had Shaco, Vi, who was my one-trick pony back then in Season 4. And I also have Xin here. Okay, we again skipped these team players because you don't know any of them. And we also skipped this expand your roster because it's just some self-advertisement to remind us on spending money on this game. So yeah, that was my year in review with you. I know not the most interesting and informative video, but still wanted to make it to compare my numbers to yours. And yeah, if you liked it, again, make sure to subscribe. And if not, well, then let me know your feedback in the comments. And just to make sure, you suck ain't feedback. But anyway, thanks for watching and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.